Hello, everyone. Good morning, and welcome to the TruStage Discovery 2024 event. My name is Lauren Culp. I'm your host today. It is going to be an amazing conference. You will not want to miss all of the sessions we have planned. I am joined right now by Tammy Schultz. She is the SVP of B2B sales here at TruStage. Tammy, it is going to be just a fantastic action-packed agenda. I am so excited for all of the credit union leaders who are here today to get to experience Discovery 2024. Speaking of which, I'm curious, what are you most excited about and what has your journey been like to get here?
Yeah, I'm really excited for Discovery 2024 because while I joined TruStage as part of an acquisition in 2021 in the funeral planning business, it's been 1 year since I've been the leader of the sales organization. So last year when we had Discovery, I had just been here maybe 30 days. And now I have been able in this last year to really meet the CEOs, the leaders, the CFOs, the HR people in credit unions, and really understand some of the challenges they're facing and be able to be a part of putting this agenda together to say, hey, we really are going to hit the needs and the questions and the wondering that all of our leaders in our credit unions are having today. So I'm really excited because we just have such a great way of not only presenting, but finding those ways to engage with the audience this year so that they can walk away with that list of 1, 2, 3 things that they can do as soon as they hang up at the end of the day.
We have so many credit union leaders joining today. This is the premier virtual event in the credit union system. Why Discovery? What should they be most excited about today?
I think it really starts with our theme. It's around strategic insights and the human connection. So I think we can all agree that we are at an inflection point inside of our industry. Change is at an unparalleled pace. Whether it's the way the member is thinking, the experience that they want, the technology we need, the products that they need, we need to think about all of those things. And so the program that we put together was to give high-level strategic insights, but then to dive really deep into what does that mean for you in your credit union and what ideas might spark to be able to move forward and move your credit union forward.
Well, when you come to an event like this, sometimes it's hard to know what parts of the agenda are going to be the most applicable to me, or what am I really going to get out of the day? So can you give folks a sneak peek of all the amazing content that they have in store today?
Absolutely. And I'll first start with, I think what I love about the Discovery program is that when you come to this, you're going to have maybe a little bit of validation that you're working on the right things. I think the other thing that you'll experience is, hey, I probably need to be talking to my leaders about this or my board about this. And then there's probably going to be some things that are like, you know what, this is important information, but it's probably something for the future for later. And then finally, when you think about innovation, it comes in a lot of different packages. And so what we wanted to put a little twist on this, and we're going to have a focus more on what you're doing in your community to really drive membership, a more diverse membership. So we're looking forward to those things.
It is going to be an amazing day. So I would say there is a session for everyone. In fact, most sessions are for everyone.
I think you're right.
It is going to be just a great agenda. We're so excited for you all to get to experience the amazing Discovery 2024 conference. We're going to kick off these sessions really soon. Well, I'm really curious from your perspective, what would you say are the biggest challenges that credit union leaders face today? I know there are a lot of them. And how does TruStage and this Discovery 2024 event really help to address some of those challenges?
Yeah, the challenges is such an interesting word to me because for my personality, I like to look at it as the opportunity. So I'm more of the how do you make lemonade out of lemons sort of person. But the reality is we are faced with a lot of challenges. And so what Terrence has really impressed upon us is how do we want to think about the value that we're going to add back? And so when I think about Discovery this today, we're really going to focus on those strategic things and then start to get into real practice. And what we hope to show is what are some things that we can do in our partnership together to really add value, not only to the member, but to the credit union and the industry as a whole. So when I think about this next few hours we're going to spend together, we're going to spend that time not only thinking more strategically, but then we want to give you those things that are actionable, that can really drive you forward in whatever your mission is.
Well, and speaking of actionable insights, I think the list is going to be really long after today's event. There are so many good insights from every single speaker. So it's going to be a really long list of things folks can take back to their leadership, back to their board, back to their teams and say, hey, this is something we need to be thinking about. So Tammy, community impact and advocacy are core to the mission of TruStage. I'm curious, as you look at some of those initiatives, how has that really impacted the credit union industry? And do you see your commitment to community impact and advocacy changing or continuing the same way in the future?
Yeah, I can't underscore how important the credit union system and the industry is to TruStage. I think that we truly see this as a partnership, and we want to work together because our strategies are linked together, our missions are linked together, and what we want to do for the members and in our communities is so important. And so we really try to focus on how do we give back in those communities? How do we move the industry forward? And so, yeah, you can give money, you can give the resources, but it's more about the impact that we're making. And so when I see what we're doing, that we can stop interchange fees, if we would have been able to do that together as an industry and the role that TruStage plays in that, that might have cost credit unions hundreds of thousands of more dollars that then they have to possibly pass on to the members, and it makes it more difficult for us to achieve our mission together. So we will continue to focus on how we work together to do that. And as one TruStage, we now have that opportunity to do that. And Terrence always says, the more we invest, the stronger the system is, the stronger the credit union industry is, the stronger TruStage is.
That commitment to credit unions is so clearly woven throughout the agenda today. I know folks are going to see all of the amazing work that TruStage has been doing really come to life through Discovery 2024. So I'm really excited for everyone to get a chance to dive in and hear from our speakers today.
All right, thanks, Lauren. And everybody have a really great Discovery 2024.